Hey guys, welcome back to the next part of the video, reading Revelations. We're going to start today in chapter 13, and we're going to do, it's the first beast. And I'm sorry if I'm swinging, guys. I enjoy sitting on the porch doing this, so this just feels good to me. And I enjoy swinging in the swing. Again, sorry about the holes. Watch the first part of the video, you'll understand why. All right, so let's get started on chapter 13 in the book of Revelations. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw the beast rise out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the same name of the blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and he sat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death, and the deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and the power given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blaspheming against God, and blaspheming his name, and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them, and the power given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spoke like a dragon. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them to dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he hath power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, and they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword, and did live. And he had power given life into the image of the beast, and that image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the numbers of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the numbers of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 666, which 60 means 6. So that number is 666. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his Father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as a voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping in their harps. And they sung as is, were a new song before the throne, and before the 4 beasts, and the elders, and no man could learn the song, but the 144,000 which were redeemed from earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they're without fault before the throne of God. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having everlasting gossip, to preach unto them that dwell on earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and to worship him made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of water. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb. And smoke of their torment ascendeth upon to ever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that kept the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, Blessed are the dead which die, and the Lord from henceforth ye saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works to follow them. The harvest of the earth. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, Thrust in thy sickle, and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, and for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And he that sat on the cloud thrust his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which is in the heaven, and also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud voice to him that had a sharp sickle, saying, Thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of God. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the spaces of 1,600 furlongs. And I saw another sign in heaven, great, marvelous, 7 angels having 7 last plagues, for in them filled up the wrath of God. And I saw it as were the sea of glass, mingled in the fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of God. And they sang the song of Moses, the servant of God, and the song of the Lamb, saying, Great and marvelous are thy works, Lord God Almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thus King of saints. Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name, for thou only art holy, and all nations shall come and worship before thee, and thy judgments are made manifest. And after that I looked, and behold, the temple of the tabernacle of the testimony in the heaven was open. And the 7 angels came out of the temple, having 7 plagues, clothed in pure and white linen, and having their breasts girdled with golden girdles. And one of the 4 beasts gave unto the 7 angels 7 golden vials full of wrath of God, who liveth for ever and ever. And the temple was filled with smoke from the glory of God and from his power, and no man was able to enter into the temple of the 7 plagues of the 7 angels were fulfilled. So guys, that's all the way out to chapter 16. So on the next video, we'll start with chapter 16 and start reading more into it. But thank y'all for watching this series of it. On the next video, we'll start with chapter 16 and we'll read the next couple of chapters from there. Thank you guys, and y'all have a blessed day.